Today we are going to be making some flower frills using the Clover template, and they come in a few different sizes. There's small, mediums, and larges, and we're going to be using the medium size template today. And it's about a 4-inch template, and you're going to be able to make some really interesting things. Here's a size medium that was made with organza that came with these beaded confetti dots and silver on it and gave a really interesting sparkle. These ones are smalls in chiffon, and you can leave the edges frayed so that they give a nice shabby chic look. Here is satin in gold, and you can make these really full and puffy, or you can do partial ones. And here's a chiffon that's not as full. This is a larger size, and you can end up using it as an accent for something, putting a flower in front of it, or opening it up, putting a flower in the middle, maybe even double layering puffs. I don't know. Here's one clip I made. This flower frill has only 4 sections on it, and I just use it as an accent behind this flower clip. Here is a 8 section, little puff that I put on this black sequin headband. And then another partial one I did in a glitter satin behind this singed flower. So we're going to make a full flower today, but keep in mind you can do less or more depending on what you like. This one has about 14 or 16 squares on it, so they can end up using a lot of fabric. So depending on what you have available and how much time you want to spend cutting your squares is going to be what you're able to do. So you have your template here, and you're going to need to make 4.5-inch squares for the 4-inch template. So I have a 4.5-inch strip already cut here. So I'm just gonna go. I love using my board. Now this is just rough. 4.5-inch squares here. Okay. I only needed those to finish up my pile I have here. So I have 12 squares for the flower I'm going to be making today. And I'm going to actually be singeing the edges of these organza flowers. You don't have to. You can leave them open and have them have a frayed little look. I ended up really liking how these singed. I was kind of surprised. So what you're going to do, start with your template. You're going to put it in the middle of your square, and then you're going to fold it down in half on the sides that aren't open. There's this one open side here. You're going to fold it down on this way. Now, on the purple side here, there's the white side here, purple side. You're going to fold in on the purple side. So you have white and white showing. Now, there's the open end here. You're going to fold it towards that open end. Turn it over, fold it towards the open end again. So you've kind of got this funky flower petal started. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to trim. And now this is where I do the singeing. I keep it pressed in between my template. I just go over my candle here and singe the edges. And I've already got my needle threaded, and I'm going to put it through the end, all the way through all the layers on the bottom. Pull it out, hold on to it, and all you gotta do is take off that template. So we've got, and sometimes the layers will stick together at this point, but like I said, I really ended up liking how this looked. So let's do this one more time. Purple side facing you. You're going to fold down straighten out it, fold the purples in, and then fold back out, and then trim. And singe. And my needle, and go through all pieces down there. And you're just going to keep all of these petals lined up on your thread. There we go. So now I'm just going to kind of speed things up and just get it done. And once you get the hang of this, it's going to be really easy. The more tedious part really is getting those squares prepared. You could even do circles if you have circles for any other projects already made, depending on how big they are, what template you're going to use. So some of the larger templates, I believe they get up to maybe even 6 inches. I think the other kit is 5 and 6 inch flowers. And I'm thinking about making really full ones with the bigger ones and seeing how they might look as a pom-pom type decoration hanging up at a party. So these will be able to easily attach to a headband with some felt. I see these in the store a lot in the girls' headband sections. And you're going to be able to make your own. And if you're not a sewer, I am not a sewer, and you go into the craft store and you're overwhelmed, just find the remnant section, and those ones at my store are anything less than 1 yard are all rolled up for you to buy. Find anything that's polyester. They mark it on the slips at my store so you know what material it is. And any sort of polyester is going to work really great. Nylon is okay. Sometimes metallics catch more easily on fire, so you're going to want to be careful with metallics. But if you just want to keep it simple, chiffon, organza, or satin are going to be your basics. And like these ones, you only needed 4.5 inches. So if you find a 5-inch strip of the remnants, just grab it, and you can just be experimenting and not paying as much either. They're usually on sale. So getting done. A few more to go. One more time the purple side up. Fold away, fold towards, then fold away again. And then singe just the edges. I have yet to catch my template on fire, so I think we're pretty good there. 2 more, and this was 12 sections that I had made. It's going to give us a nice full flower, and you could do a few different colors in the puff. I did one for my daughter's Easter bonnet. She had a really gorgeous lavender and aqua dress, and I made a lavender and aqua puff for her bonnet and organza. I didn't finish the edges on that, so it has a frayed look on it, but I ended up putting every other square blue, then purple, blue, purple, and it turned out really cute. I put a brooch pin on the back of it so I could remove it if I wanted to and put something else on her hat at a later time, and I definitely have. So here's my last one. Okay, putting that through my thread. Okay, let's get all this out of my way. So you're gonna pull them all together. Okay. I think I cut my thread at one point when I was doing all that trimming. Okay. So kind of arrange them to face down as much as possible. It does not have to be perfect right now. Okay. So I'm going to do a double knot or a square knot, but I wrap around my needle twice, and then pull. Okay. Find my end in there. I'm sure you're not seeing this very well on the screen, especially since I used yellow thread with the yellow fabric right now. Square the knot. And trim it. And there's a bottom to them. Now you can glue your piece of felt to them, or put them on a headband and then glue the felt. Glue the headband between this and the felt, sandwiching it in between. So anyway, here's your really full sunshine yellow puff that we could add to a headband or to hair clips like I showed you before. So this is the size medium Clover flower frill with singed edges. Gave a nice really clean look, and it's a nice stiff little flower that will stay puffed up. Sometimes the chiffon can fall over. So hope that was a good tutorial for you, and happy flower frill making.